I just got home from seeing Thunderbolts with an asterisk, and just a side note, for the longest time in my life, I thought it was pronounced asterisk. I didn't realize there's another S before the K, which is a nightmare for my list, but that's besides the point. Now, me and Marquez are probably going to do a longer video over this movie, hopefully, so I'll try to keep this brief, but I do want to start off with my positives, because I do want to go into my biggest issue that I had with it. But overall, I really did like this movie quite a bit. The team chemistry between all the characters on the Thunderbolts was great. It had some great moments between the characters. The story itself is really cool, especially with the villain and his power sets, and especially with how they use it in the third act. I do appreciate that they went a different route than the usual Marvel third act big battle. And Florence Pugh's acting is definitely a standout in this movie. She's been great in all the movies I've seen. I haven't seen too many movies with her, but the few I've seen, she's done great, and this movie definitely continues that trend. But my biggest issue for this movie is I really feel like it would have been a lot better if it was a series rather than a movie. And it's because I feel like a lot of the stuff was really undercooked in this movie, especially with the villain and his character progression, and especially his power set. I don't want to go into too many spoilers, so I'll try to keep this as vague as I can without mentioning any spoilers. But with his power set, I feel like they could have dived into the psyche of more of the characters on the Thunderbolts than they did in the movie. If it was a show, they could have had a lot of episodes that had the time to dive into each of the characters rather than just focusing on Yelena. I mean, I know that with a team movie and a team ensemble thing like this, you're gonna have to have a lead character to really focus on, which Yelena was that for this movie, which wasn't bad. She was great, but even her backstory, I feel like they could have done a lot more with it if it was a show. But then especially with all the other cast members, I feel like they were kind of cast aside a lot of the times. But yeah, I feel like there's a great story hidden within this movie. I just feel like they only scratched surface level for how great it could have been. I also feel like a lot of the comedy wasn't the greatest. It never really made me cringe, but a lot of it did fall flat for me. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of good comedy in this movie as well, especially amongst the members of the Thunderbolts. And wherever the comedy was good, it was really enjoyable to watch. Just this whole team in general just was enjoyable to watch for the most part whenever they were all together on screen. But I also do think the comedy was a little bit overused as well, which has been a problem that Marvel has had for a while now, even before Endgame. But yeah, I do feel like it was a step in the right direction, at least for Marvel. It really did feel a lot more like the pre-Endgame movies than a lot of the other Marvel movies have felt in the past several years. And especially the post-credit scene really did feel like a pre-Endgame post-credit